What's going on, guys? I want to make a quick video, and this video is based on a question I am often asked. And the question is, what is your best card?
Hey guys, this is Uche Lawrence. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope that the content that I'm providing you is extremely helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you will be the first to find out about it.
So, I went through my cards and I was asking myself that question, like, exactly, well, what is my best card? And the approach to that question is not from the basis of which gives me the most points or which has the best perks, because you get to a certain point where most of the cards pretty much have the same perks. Some are actually better than others, of course, but generally speaking, if you're looking at from day-to-day usage, they tend to be pretty much equal across the board. But I pulled out 4 cards from the cards that I have right now, and these 4 cards, actually 5 cards, and these 5 cards I had to ask myself, really, which of these 5 cards do I really value the most, and why? So the first card I looked at was my Delta Skymiles Reserve card. So anyone who knows anything about the Delta Skymiles, which is a co-branded card with American Express, this is the highest tier card that they offer, and great perks that comes with it. But it's not that card. The next card that I thought I looked at was my American Express Gold card. This is the Rose Gold edition, and I use this card every single day. This is pretty much my checking account. For the most part, most of any day-to-day, even bills, all go on this card. But it's not this card. Then I had to think about, one of the, I guess this is called the Platinum, the American Express Platinum card killer, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And I thought about this card, and it has a lot of great perks. It's a card that's easily recognizable, but it's not that card either. And of course, you have the big boy, the American Express Platinum card. And this card definitely, breaks necks and create great travel perks, and something that I would suggest that anybody who can afford it, you should definitely have in your arsenal. But it's not that card either. So what card is it? The CapitalOne Venture card. And some of you might ask, like, the Venture card, I mean, it should even be the same conversation with these other cards. And I'm going to tell you, yes. I'm going to tell you, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not the card itself, it's the company, CapitalOne. For those of you who know the story, because you've had that story, you had no credit, nobody would mess with you, or you had bad credit, and everyone kept you at arm's length. And CapitalOne said, listen, we'll put our necks out there for you and give you the CapitalOne Platinum card. I know, I love this, in fact, it's called Platinum. But technically, I do understand why it's called Platinum, because if you use it the right way, it is worth Platinum. So my first card was $500. And from that card, I've ended up with this card that is over $10,000. And for some people, you might say, oh, $10,000 is not a big deal. For me, it is. For somebody who had 0 credit and has had very little credit most of my life, and to be at a point where this card is now worth over $10,000, it's, I have to value that, because of CapitalOne, I've been able to get this card, and these cards, and that can't be argued. So how? Real quick. So I'm going to be looking over here at my computer screen, but I had to actually write this out so I could literally map out the journey from the Platinum card to the Venture one. And unlike a lot of you out there who were able to just apply for the Venture card and get it off the bat, I know you're chuckling because you were like, I just walked in there and did that. But for those of us who weren't able to, and we had to go through a process of building or rebuilding to get there, this is how I got there. First card I had was the CapitalOne Platinum card, $500 credit limit. So I believe when I got that card, they said if I had timely payments for 3 months, then I would automatically be given a credit increase. So in 3 months, 90 days, $1,500, and that was on the Capital One Platinum card. So I was excited because I'm like, whoa, And I'll tell you what I did. I paid my bills on time. I missed nothing. I did my best to keep my utilization low. It was hard, but that's what I did. And then fast forward about 6 months later, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and people like Credit Shifu and Ask Sebi were like, listen, you want to call your the credit card companies and just check for upgrades, request credit line increases. So I called one day after work, and I asked, are there any upgrades? And I was told, well, there's an upgrade for your Capital One Platinum card, and we can actually give you a Venture One card. And I was like, okay, Venture One, okay, fine. So they bought me from $1,500 to $2,000 on the Venture One card. I took it. Yes, I probably, left points on the table, but at this point in time, I didn't really care about the points. I was building my credit lines. So around the same time, I applied for Quicksilver One card, and I was approved. And that started off at $2,000 as well. So all of a sudden now I had a $2,000 Venture One card and a $2,000 Quicksilver card. Look at this. 2,000, technically 4,000 with the same company, Capital One. So I was good on that. And then it was about another 6 months or so, give or take. Let's say for the sake of argument, 6 months, I did the same thing. I called credit line increase. I called any upgrades, and what ended up happening was there wasn't any upgrades for my Venture One card, but there was an upgrade for my Quicksilver card, my Quicksilver One card, and they bumped me up to a Venture One card. And I thought to myself, do I really need 2 Venture One cards? But I took it, So I had 2 Venture One cards. At this point in time, I had one for the one I had already previously had been upgraded to $3,500 credit line, and the Quicksilver card was upgraded to a $3,300 credit line. So I'm thinking, here we go. I have 2 cards now, one $3,500, one $3,300. So what's that combined? That is $6,800. I was like, bet, like look at this. Just months ago, I had 0. Then I found out that you can actually combine accounts, and this was from another video. I forget which video I was watching on YouTube. They said you could combine accounts, so I called them about combining accounts. They told me how you do it, and all of a sudden I had one Venture One card that had a $7,800 credit limit, but I also got an increase. So fast forward, by this time it's just about 2 years. I called them. I said, "Is there upgrade?" And I was crossing my fingers. I knew the last step for me upgrade was the Venture card, and they said, "Yes, we could upgrade you to a Venture." Even though at the time I think there was a 50,000 point offer out there, but I didn't care because I was like, I'm already in the system. I don't want the additional hard inquiry. And what I really want is to max myself out, the level of cards that I have with Capital One, because I'm building a relationship here. I've had a 2-year relationship where I've crawled from the Capital One Platinum card to hopefully now the Venture card. So they said yes. Yeah, they said yes, that I was eligible for the Venture card as an upgrade. So I went for it. And I think the same day I actually went on, the same day I went online, and I requested an increase, and I got an automatic increase to $10,300. So I received an additional $3,000 increase. So now I had $10,300 credit limit with Capital One on that Venture One card, and then after my phone call, I was upgraded to a Venture card. This is a journey right here, okay? And honestly, everything that I did right with here allowed me to have all these guys over here, all these guys over here, and also the stack over here. Those countries with my I'll cover that up there right now. People out there are going to try to steal my stuff, but I got my bootleg rubber band. But these are all cards right here, and all these cards here all start off with this company right here giving me a chance. Actually, it wasn't this company, but this is the company that gave me a chance unsecured, because I started off with a secured card from Wells Fargo, and that's another story. But definitely, my most valuable card that I have right here, and I would never let go of, is my CapitalOne Venture card. So hopefully that was succinct. But for me, the most important thing is that I've been able to build trust with one company that's opened the doors to other companies. And to think about that, for somebody who had zero, I mean, at one point in time, I could barely pay my Fingerhut account, and here I am with this much access. And all I've had to do with educating myself, and also just being confident and knowing that there's a system here, and if you learn the system, trust me, this all can be accessible to you. You have to do this because you really want to build trust and have access to capital as you need it. So with that being said, I'm done for tonight. Like, share, subscribe, and hopefully this is helpful to someone out there. And please leave comments, ring that bell so you are aware when I post new videos. I'm tired, man. Good night, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.